You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, it seems like every other week, at least. Sometimes every Monday. Maybe it's the weekend. But it seems I'm always having to do a video on an NFL player that has committed another felony act of some sort. Now, we just came off the NFL draft, and it's pretty widely known around the NFL that prior to the draft, some teams will take chances on players that's had issues. Other teams automatically pull them off their boards. Okay? Now, I know the Houston Texans, from what I understand, they're very high on character. Yeah, Deshaun Watson was on that team. But Kyle McNair, once all the allegations started coming out, wanted him off that team. And it was Nick Caserio that took his time to get the best offer, while in the background the owner was banging the drum for Deshaun Watson to get out of town. He didn't want him out of town. It's a pretty religious organization. They're big on Christianity, the Houston Texans. And, of course, there's other teams that just will not draft players with character issues. So, a player I actually liked a lot when he played was Bart Scott. Bart Scott works for ESPN now. He played with the Jets. And he has made some comments that I just flat don't agree with, okay? I believe you can win with guys with high character, guys without criminal histories, guys that have not been in trouble. I mean, look, I just think that's something you're able to do if you've got the right coaching and the right quarterback. And let's be honest, that's the two things that I believe you need. Well, he's made some puzzling comments, and I just think they're idiotic. This is Outkick. ESPN's Bart Scott says NFL teams need players, quote, with a couple of felonies to win. Wow. Former NFL linebacker turned ESPN analyst Bart Scott said Thursday that in order for teams to be successful, they need to have players with a couple of felonies to their name. All right. Quote, you have to get some tough guys, and everyone can't be choir boys. Well, now, Bart Scott, do you really believe that guys can't be tough without also following the rules of the land? Really? Huh. I wonder how many Marines and Army Rangers and guys like that are actually law-abiding citizens. Do you really think NFL players are tougher than them? Because I don't. Scott said via USA Today's Scooby Axton, quote, when I was with the Ravens, we had to make sure that we had at least two people on the team with a couple of felonies just to make sure our street cred was right. Wow. When we had to go into these back alleys and have some of these dog fights, dude, you're not going on back alleys. You're going to a football field. Sorry. Quote, sometimes you have to have some people that's not no choir boys. That's why you have a strong locker room to hold them in check. Scott, who played for the Ravens from 2002 to 2008, was teammates with players such as Ray Lewis, Jamal Lewis, and Terrell Suggs. Apart from being all Pro Bowl players with their respective positions, the trio also had some run-ins with laws. Nobody's going to dispute the greatness of those players. I get that. But Joe Montana was pretty damn great, too. I'm just saying. Tom Brady has been pretty damn great, too. Ray Lewis is the most famous example, as the Hall of Fame linebacker was charged with murder. In 2000, he later reached a plea deal and pled guilty to obstruction of justice. Jamal Lewis was sentenced to 4 months of prison in 2005 after pleading guilty for attempting to set up a drug deal for a friend. Suggs also was charged with felony aggravated assault in 2003, has been accused multiple times of domestic violence. As anyone could imagine, the host of ESPN's radio's Freddie and Fitzsimmons were taken aback by Scott's comments. I'm sure Fitzsimmons was like, oh, shit. One host even said, quote, Oh boy, I bet that was Fitzsimmons. Before Scott continued, yes, he still wasn't done making his point. Quote, the funniest sign I ever saw in my life was 52 plus 31 equals 10 to 20. It was Ray Lewis and Jamal Lewis equals 10 to 20 in prison, Scott said. Terrell Suggs beat a dude with a stop sign coming out of Arizona State. You got to have a couple of guys like that. We can clean them up. We can get them counseling. But you have to have a couple of goons, and you definitely have to have some goblins. That is absolutely stupid. It's hard to see how having players with criminal records can positively impact a team, regardless of talent. Look no further than the Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson, who set out the entire 2021 season with the Texans amid assault and misconduct allegations. But this is Scott, who is known to have strong opinions, and back in January, Scott actually uttered on ESPN broadcast that Bills quarterback Josh Allen should take a Viagra before Buffalo's chilly home playoff game against the Patriots. No, for real, he said that. Quote, take a Viagra before the game, baby. That'll get the circulation going right. A lot of NFL players, at least in my day, took Viagra because it opened up blood vessels. I've got to admit, that's not the first time I've heard that. I've heard that about a lot of NFL players prior to games. Yeah, they take a Viagra because it supposedly opens up the blood vessels. So, I don't know that that impacts the story involving the felons because I just don't buy it, okay? I believe that teams can absolutely succeed with high-character guys and win Super Bowls without having a bunch of felons running around. And let's just be real, and this is a message to Roger Goodell, it makes your league look like shit. It just does. It always has. It's been a horrible black eye. And for all the praise that Ray Lewis gets from people, it's amazing how many people forgot about that incident back in the day. I know many people haven't. Okay, that's still a thing. But the idea that you can't have guys with high character and that guys can't be tough without being criminals, are you insane? Again, have you ever met a Navy SEAL, an Army Ranger, a Marine? I mean, come on. We're talking about alpha males of the highest order, Texas Rangers. You ever met those guys? I'm not talking about the baseball players. These are alpha males of the highest order, law-abiding citizens, and they're tougher than any football player. I mean, sorry. What about MMA guys? There's a lot of them that have squeaky clean records, and those dudes are tough as hell. Yeah, there's some bad apples out there too, and I understand there are outliers in the NFL. But I just think these are idiotic comments. I normally like Bart Scott. I don't really agree with a lot of his takes, but I really liked him as a player. Can't wait. I mean, I remember that. It was a great line. But this is a dumbass statement. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Make sure you hit subscribe, and we appreciate you guys watching. As always, peace till next time. I'm out.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.